What if I told you there's a forest in Japan so haunted, most people never return? Stay till the end to discover its darkest secrets. Tonight, I'm going to tell you the chilling tale of one of the world's most mysterious and horrifying places. A place so infamous that locals dare not mention its name after dark. Welcome to Aokigahara, the Sea of Trees, or as many people around the world know it, Japan's suicide forest. Let's begin our story at the very foot of the iconic Mount Fuji, an area known for its breathtaking beauty, but equally, its deep and relentless darkness. The air here is thick with a strange kind of silence. Sunlight is devoured by the dense canopy above, and the mossy floor swallows every footstep. Walkers lose all sense of direction, as if the forest itself conspires to keep them within its grasp. Aokigahara did not gain its reputation overnight. Legend says that centuries ago, during times of famine and poverty, desperate families would abandon their elderly relatives in these woods, leaving them to die. A process known as ubusu. The trees have remembered, locals say. As mist rolls through the gnarled branches, the souls of the departed never truly find peace. And so every year, people from across Japan come here, drawn, sometimes unwillingly, by a despair hard to explain. The forest has become a site of pilgrimage for lost souls, earning its other name, the Suicide Forest. Every January, authorities sweep through the woods in search of bodies and survivors. Sometimes they find tents, diaries, half-eaten meals abandoned among the roots. Oftentimes they discover nothing but silence and a piece of colored tape or string leading off into the gloom. But it's not just sadness that resides in Aokigahara. There are stories, hundreds of them, about what happens when night falls and the spirits wake. Visitors have reported things that defy explanation. Strange cackling laughter, the echo of footsteps that never catch up, shadows where there shouldn't be any. Even experienced hikers quickly become lost, their compasses spinning uselessly due to the iron-rich volcanic soil beneath their feet. Take, for example, the story of Kenji, a videographer from Tokyo. He came to Aokigahara on a dare, determined to spend the night and document his experience for his YouTube channel. He arrived with a friend, 2 cameras, and enough courage for the both of them. For the first hour, nothing happened. Just the soft crunch of leaves, the occasional cry of a distant crow. But soon, the forest seemed to swallow up all sound. Even the wind stopped. The deeper Kenji and his friend walked, the more disoriented they became. The forest began to look the same in every direction. Their compass, meant to guide them out, spun uselessly. That's when they saw it, a thin, red ribbon winding between trees. Thinking it was a marker left by a lost hiker, they followed it, only to discover a faded photograph pinned to a tree. The faces in the picture were scratched out. Scared but compelled, they pressed on, discovering more unsettling relics. An old shoe, a torn page from a notebook, a child's toy half buried in moss. As twilight fell, Kenji's camera picked up something chilling, a faint white silhouette moving between the trees in the distance. At first, they believed it was another visitor, but no voice answered their shout. The figure moved with an unnatural fluidity, gliding rather than walking. Then, from the darkness, came the unmistakable sound of sobbing, soft at first, then growing louder as if the forest itself was weeping. Too terrified to continue, Kenji and his friend raced back, but no matter which way they turned, they seemed to go in circles. Frantically, they followed the ribbon back. But now it seemed to lead away from the trail. Exhausted and terrified, they finally emerged at dawn, gasping for breath, sanity barely intact. When Kenji checked his footage later, the part where the ghostly figure should have appeared was filled with static. Nothing recorded. As if the forest refused to let its secrets be told. Since then, Kenji has been plagued by nightmares. He says the weeping voice still echoes in his head, and sometimes, when he's alone at night, he sees that pale shape just beyond the edge of the light. But Kenji's encounter is just one account among hundreds. There are stories of tourists finding shadowy women in white, pale faces peering from behind gnarled trunks, and branches that seem to reach for the living. Some local guides refuse to enter the forest at night, convinced that the irai, restless Japanese ghosts, are more than just legend here. Others describe a peculiar chill that seeps into their bones, and the inexplicable urge to look over their shoulders, convinced that unseen eyes are following their every move. Hikers take care to follow the marked trails, leaving brightly colored strings to guide them safely out. But sometimes, those strings lead only deeper into the heart of the forest, winding and twisting until the path home is lost. The Japanese government has tried its best to combat the forest's tragic reputation. Signs in several languages are posted at the entrance, begging visitors to reconsider. Think of your loved ones. You're not alone. Volunteer patrols daily check the trails, hoping to talk to anyone they find. Still, the number of those who enter the forest, never to return, remains disturbingly high. Why do so many people come here? Is it the eerie silence, a chilling sense of being watched, or something older and darker? An evil, ancient force waiting quietly among the trees? Psychologists say it's a matter of tragedy and myth feeding off each other. Locals whisper about vengeful spirits, or yirai, luring the living to join the dead. In the end, Aokigahara may keep its secrets forever. It stands quietly beneath Mount Fuji, a place of stunning beauty, yet unshakable despair. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, it's impossible to deny the power that lingers among its silent trees. The stories are real. The tragedies are real. In every shadow, a reminder that some mysteries were never meant to be solved. So, if you ever visit Japan and find yourself near Mount Fuji, beware. Aokigahara is not just a forest. Beneath its canopy lies a boundary between worlds, the living and the dead. Some who enter never return, and those who do are never quite the same again.